In today's video, we will be checking out some prototype mouthpieces from Denis Wick. What's up everyone, my name is Joshua Rzepka, and today I am very excited to be sharing this sneak peek of the Heritage line mouthpieces for trumpet from Denis Wick. These are prototypes at the moment, although they will be coming out very soon. They tell me they should be released sometime just after New Year's, so that is very exciting. And I showed in the video last week this great case. Check this out. This is a box of mouthpieces, and I really dig the box, and it is filled with prototypes. And some of the mouthpieces in here, they're actually not gonna make. They are real prototypes. You know, these are gonna disappear somewhere. The other ones, they are releasing, and that is the Heritage line for trumpet. And I'm gonna explain exactly what that is, why you should care about it, and what I think about it. And then I'm gonna demonstrate these mouthpieces. I've got my two standard mouthpieces. These are part of the classic series. I have my MM4C, this gold one right here, and then I have this 4X, and these are great. I love these mouthpieces. As many of you know, I am a Denis Wick artist, although I just started playing their mouthpieces at the beginning of the year. Now, they're mutes. On the other hand, I've been playing these mutes for years, for decades. I mean, for really a long time, since high school. The mouthpieces I just started playing recently, and I love them. They just, for me, they play so well. They're so comfortable. They make my life easier, and I couldn't be happier. So that's why I was so excited that they were releasing this new line. This is the Heritage Mouthpiece series, and check these out. You can see the difference in these mouthpieces, but here's the great thing. These two mouthpieces that I'm holding, they are identical to the ones that I play. And by that I mean it's the same rim, it's the same cup, it's the same back bore. The only difference is that these mouthpieces, the metal on the outside is distributed in different places, and there's less of it. So that actually impacts how the mouthpiece plays. And it's great because these mouthpieces are gonna make my life easier. I'm gonna be able to express myself in new and different ways and really get the sound that I want a little bit easier depending on the situation. And let me read a little bit. I'm gonna read the description from Denis Wick. I printed it out. This is what they say about the Heritage line. The Heritage design uses the same sizing as the classic series. However, the shifted mass of the mouthpiece affects the way it responds in the trumpet. Like the heavy top series, added mass near the throat backbore provides focus to the sound. The upper walls and rim are thinned to compensate for the additional mass. This aids the player in easy articulation in higher registers and a very colorful tonal response. So to sum that all up, if you are a commercial player, you are going to want to check these mouthpieces out, especially if you already play Denis Wick mouthpieces, because these are going to give you a quicker response, maybe a brighter sound. It's just a little more commercial oriented, and that for me is perfect because a lot of the playing that I do when I am on the road, I'm playing these commercial gigs. It's a lead trumpet gig, and I really need that sound that can really punch through and cut, and a response that's really quick and really nimble. So these mouthpieces I'm really very excited about. So before I demonstrate these mouthpieces, I'm gonna give you a little bit more info on the development of them because they really spent a lot of time creating these and putting them together. The Heritage line, that is already out for the cornet and for the trombone and tuba for low brass. The Heritage line, they released that a while ago. But the trumpet, it's late to the party, and that's because they were working on it for years. For over 2 years, they've been developing this line, and they created at least 5 different shapes, different contours, different mass, different amount in different places. And I've played some of the other ones, and this is the best. You know, they really wanted to make sure that they were going through all the different options that there could be, and this is what really responds best and plays best and sounds best. So it's really great that they figure that out, and now they are able to release these mouthpieces into the wild. And as I mentioned, this is going to give you a little more quicker response and projection. And one of the ideas behind the Heritage line was actually kind of in response to a lot of these heavier mouthpieces that are out there with all this extra mass. Sure, when you add a lot of mass to a mouthpiece, like some of the Megatone and these other ones, when you add a lot of mass, it gives you some great benefit with the response and how solid it feels, and you know, just the way that it plays. However, sometimes it can lose some of those higher overtones and some of the sparkle in the sound. And for that reason, some people think that those heavier mouthpieces are a little dead sounding because they aren't necessarily getting all those frequencies out there because of where the weight is in the mouthpiece. And the way that they made these mouthpieces, where they distributed the weight in different places and kind of thinned it out towards the top, you actually get a similar effect as far as how it feels when you're playing it as one of those heavier mouthpieces, but you get that commercial ability through it. You know, it's a little bit more nimble, and the response of it is really tight and crisp. So they really did something great with these mouthpieces. So I'm very excited about those. So I think that is enough talking. Let's hear these mouthpieces. So I've got two different mouthpieces here. As far as the rim and cup and everything is concerned, I have my Maurice Murphy 4C, and then I have this 4X, the more commercial mouthpiece that I play. And then I have the same ones in this brand new Heritage line. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play some examples on this one, and then I'm gonna play it on this one. And I'm gonna go back and forth, and I'll do a couple with the you know, kind of all around everyday mouthpiece, and then one with the more commercial oriented mouthpiece. Then I'll do the same thing with these ones, so you can really hear the difference in how these sound, and the response, and the color, and I think you're really going to dig it. So here we go. All right, so we just heard all these mouthpieces, and what did you think? Could you tell a big difference between that classic series and the Heritage line? was it apparent on your end through your speakers and through your phone and computer? Was it as apparent to you as it was to me? Because in my world, there is a big difference between these mouthpieces, and I really am so excited for them to be out, because I'm gonna carry all 4 of these with me from now on, because they are going to give me more options, and I just love that. For me, the Heritage line really, like they said, you know, it's kind of geared towards that more commercial player. It's going to give you that quicker response, and it's going to be a little more nimble, and the articulation and the projection on these really great. I could really tell the biggest difference with that articulation, just with like the lightness of the articulation. So for me, when I'm playing my standard MM4C, and then I take it and I compare it to this one right here, well, the new line, it just feels like zippy. It just feels so great, and the response is exactly what I'm looking for and wanting when I'm doing jazz gigs and when I'm doing, you know, kind of more commercial oriented things. For playing classical literature, for playing solos and you know, classical ensembles, I'm definitely going to go back to this one. I'm definitely going to be using this, and I would probably say for most of my practice, I'm actually going to use this as well. However, man, I'm really loving how this plays and how this sounds. I just think it is so great. So very happy about that. And what about this 4X prototype? This mouthpiece right here, this has really got some fire to it. You can really let it rip with this mouthpiece. I cannot wait to take this on the road. When I'm touring with Under the Streetlamp, it's a pretty demanding book. It's not like the hardest book in the world, but there are a lot of high Fs, F sharps, lots of high Es and Ds. You know, it's above the staff for most of the show. This is gonna be great. I really can't wait until all of this pandemic is over and I can take this out into a nice big theater and just wail. I really can't wait until I can get into a big, beautiful hall and really just let it rip, because I know it is just gonna deliver, and it's gonna be exactly what I want. So these are great. I'm so happy that I was able to check these out and play them, and I look forward to when they come out and you know, getting some for myself. Well, I hope that this has been helpful and informative to you. It was a lot of fun for me to play both of these mouthpieces and go back and forth. Hopefully it gives you a good sense on how these sound and respond, and the difference. Of course, I know it is nearly impossible to explain how a mouthpiece plays and feels to someone, so hopefully it came through pretty well in the recording, so you could really hear a difference. But I will say I really felt a very big difference, even though the rims and the cups were the same. So again, if you are playing Denis Wick mouthpieces, you're going to want to check these out. All right, well, that is just about everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you did, please click that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment. It really makes a very big difference. If you haven't seen my last video, that is on chop health and lip care. Just a couple days ago, I put that video out. Make sure you check it out, because I'm doing a giveaway. And you have an opportunity to win some free stuff, some Robinson's Remedies or Chop Saver. It doesn't cost anything to enter, so check that out. And I want to thank you again for watching and spending some time with me today, and I will see you in the next video.